Listen, you know Thor's story, son of Odin, god of thunder, how powerful he was and how many hearts he would steal. But here's what most people forget. Thor wasn't always worthy. He was arrogant, reckless, thought the world owed him something. So Odin stripped him of his hammer, cast him down to earth, powerless. And Thor had to earn it back. He had to suffer without his strength, without his hammer. He had to prove he was disciplined. He had to show courage and humility. He had to become a man worthy of his power before he could lift that hammer again. That's what this video is about. How you can enter Odin mode, strip away the bullshit, the distractions, the arrogance, and earn your own hammer back. Because let's be real, you can't fly off to Asgard, you can't train with the gods, but what you can do is bring Odin mode into your life right now. Build your own battlefield, test yourself daily, force discipline, mindset, and habits that make you unrecognizable in 90 days. And if you follow what I'm about to lay out step by step, you will feel like you have unlocked your hammer for the first time in your life. But before we dive in, I got 2 requirements. Requirement number 1, when you're done watching this video, go hit the link in the description. Why? Because becoming unrecognizable isn't just about discipline and mindset, it's about money. Thor without his hammer, he's powerless. And you without money, same thing, weak, dependent, no weapon in your hand. So that free training down there, that's where you start forcing your hammer. That's where you learn how to build income online anywhere in the world. If you skip it, you're basically going to war with no weapon. Don't do that. Requirement number 2, you need to disappear for a while. Not forever, but long enough to build the man you're supposed to be. Cut the bullshit, the distraction, the scrolling, the drinking, the smoking, the fake friends. Strip it all away. This is where you step into Odin mode. Odin stripped Thor of his powers and exiled him until he proved himself worthy. You got to exile yourself too. No more running from the pain. No more wasting time. For the next 90 days, you log in and focus on nothing but building the superhero version of yourself. And let me warn you, this is going to hurt. Thor didn't get his hammer back by drifting around. He got beaten, broken, humiliated, and kept fucking going. Same for you. This won't be a walk in the park. It's going to feel like war. But if you're still here, still listening, it means you're ready. So let's get it. Now, let's get real. In your case, the noise, the distractions might be weed, woman, alcohol, porn, video games, all that bullshit that keeps you weak. And for the next 90 days, you're cutting that shit out. And you are replacing it with your non-negotiables. And when I say non-negotiables, I mean it. I don't care if you're tired. I don't care if you're sad. I don't care if your girlfriend just left you. The markets are crashing. The sky is falling. You do it. No excuses. Because this is the level of discipline Odin mode demands. Now, your basics, 45 minutes in the gym. Clean food that fuels your body and keeps you clear-minded, okay? No alcohol, no weed, no dopamine hits. Those are your pillars. Then you can add more, but keep it simple. Keep it like 3 to 6 max, so it's easier to stay consistent. I have seen people start stacking 7, 8, 9, and then they drop off. And here's the part I want you to feel. Think about the last time you dragged yourself into the gym, pissed off, tired, depressed. You walked in one person, but you walked out another. Because you put every ounce of that sadness, that frustration, that anger on the weights. And suddenly you feel sharp, taller, stronger, veins popping. Maybe the first line of your six-pack is showing and shoulders wide. And if you're a girl watching this video, maybe the booty is shaping up, legs toned, waist tighter. And what happens? People start noticing. You're smiling more, you're running errands just to be seen. That's confidence. And that's why the gym is non-negotiable in Odin mode. Not just because it's built your body, but because it rewires your mind. And when you stack that feeling every day for 90 days, you won't even recognize the person staring back at you in the mirror. That's the point. All right, let's move on to the next rule. You need a physical target. Something that keeps you accountable on the days when you don't feel like doing shit. Because here's the truth. You can talk all day about what you want, but the body doesn't lie. You either put in the work and the results shows, or it doesn't. For me personally, it was hitting 100 kilos. I was skinny as hell back in the days, looked weak, felt weak, and I told myself, I'm going to hit 100 kilos no matter what. So I went to the gym every damn day. Some days I went twice. I started eating 5 times a day. Then my weight plateaued, so I pushed it to 6 times a day, plateaued again. Then I ate 7 times a day, plateaued again. 8 meals a day plus a protein shake before training. Because I told myself, I will do this shit here. You can't fake the scale. You can't fake the mirror. You either step on it and it's there, or it's not. And that's what most people don't get. Transformation isn't smoke and mirrors. You can rent a Lambo, and that's all over fucking social media. You can fake a lifestyle on Instagram, but you can't rent discipline. You can't fake muscle. You can't fake strength. And this is where the Viking blood comes in. Your hammer doesn't get lighter, you get stronger. Every rep, every set, every plate, when you feel like quitting, that's where the hammer is earned. So set your version of 100 kilos yourself. Maybe it's your first pull-up. Maybe it's stepping in the ring. Maybe it's stacking 20 pounds of muscle. Doesn't matter what it is. It just has to be real. Something you can't bullshit yourself out of. That's Odin mode. That's where warriors are made. Now let's talk about the one thing that separates men who stay stuck from men who break free. Income. And listen, you know that feeling when you walk out of the gym, veins popping, the shirt is sticking to your chest, you feel 10 feet taller? That's the same energy you get when a fat paycheck hits your account. Because let's be real, as men, a lot of our self-worth is tied to whether we can provide or not. You can argue with me about that all day, every day, but it's the truth. And when you got no money, it's like a toxic mold. It spreads into everything. You can't focus in the gym because you are thinking about the goddamn bills. You can't sleep because debt is stacking up. You will never become the strongest version of yourself if money anxiety is eating you alive. So here's the solution. Learn a skill that makes money. That could be sales, content, copywriting, video editing, affiliate systems, whatever it is, but something that pays you. Because listen, you can't be Thor without the hammer. You need the resources, the weapon to actually fight your battles. You can't save your family, can't build your empire if you're broke. So lock in, build your war chest, because once you have money coming in, everything else gets 10 times lighter. The weight feels lighter, the stress gets lighter, the whole path forward gets clear. That's Odin mode. Now here's the next step. Once you got a skill, you need to learn how to turn it into money. That means clients, that means stacking skills, because listen, having one skill is good, but stacking them is what makes you dangerous. Sales plus content, copywriting plus offers, discipline plus execution. That's how you go from a few thousand a month to 6 figures to millions. Think about Thor. Without Mjolnir, that's the hammer name, by the way, if you didn't know. He's just another strong guy, but when you put it together, the strength, the hammer, the discipline, he becomes unstoppable. That's skill stacking. That's how you become worthy. And the truth, whether you like it or not, you need money. You need resources. Thor couldn't protect Asgard without his hammer, and you can't protect your family, escape your 9-to-5, or build your empire without stacking money. That's just reality. Now let me kill this excuse right here. Most of you think millionaires are some 150 IQ people gifted, born with something special that you don't have, and that's bullshit. I'm telling you right now, I was a broke plumber in a basement, addicted, depressed, not some genius. The only difference between me and the guy still stuck is knowledge, and that's it. They knew something I didn't until I learned it, and once I learned, everything changed. That's why I tell my students, stop acting like success is about luck or talent. It's not. It's about picking up the right skills, stacking them, and applying them with discipline until you break through. Listen, people think motivation is enough, that I want to get rich for me is enough. It's not. You will quit on yourself 1,000 times, but you won't quit on the people you love. Think about that. I learned that the hard way. When I was 27 years old, broke plumber, $20,000 in debt, sitting in a basement, I honestly didn't care if I woke up the next day. I was drinking, snoring, popping steroids, anything to numb the fact that my life was going nowhere. But then my mom cried in front of me. She gathered my family, and I never forget her face. Tears running down her face, voice is shaking, and she said, "Philip, can you see what you're doing? Can you see how sad everyone will be if you died in an early age?" And listen, that broke me because it hit me. I wasn't just destroying me, I was destroying them. I was the reason they were hurting. That day, I made a promise. I didn't say it out loud, but I swore to myself I will give my family everything, or I will die fucking trying. And that became my anchor. Fast forward, I retired my mom, took her out of the 9 to 5, bought her dream cars, sent her on vacations she never dreamt she would ever come on, watching her walk on beaches she only seen on postcards. That's what kept me alive. When my dad's house burned down and the insurance company didn't want to pay him, I bought him a new place, furniture, clothes, everything, because if I didn't, he would be homeless. When my brother lost his job, I stepped in so he didn't have to sell his house and he didn't have to sell his car. And when my dad got cancer, throat cancer, he couldn't eat anymore. He was wasting away and he did not look like my dad at the end. I was able to buy him expensive protein shakes, food he could actually get down, new clothes so he could still feel a little bit of human. And before he died at 66 years old, he told me something I will never forget. "Philip, I'm proud of you. And I tell you this right here, right now. I will give back every Lambo, every watch, every dollar just to hear him say that one more time and spend just one more time with my dad." And that's the real flex. Not the cars, not the lifestyle. It's being the man your family can depend on. And this is what most of you don't get. You're not just fighting for you, you're fighting for them. Because as men, we will suffer 100 times harder for the people we love than we will for ourselves. So here's what I want you to do. Make a promise, not to yourself, to them, to your mom, to your dad, your wife, your kid, whoever matters to you. Tell them something insane. "I'm going to retire you. I'm going to buy you that house. I'm going to change our whole bloodline." They will probably laugh at you. They might not believe you. My mom didn't believe me. She loved me, and that promise dragged me through fucking hell. On the days I wanted to quit, on the nights I was broke, depressed, and doubting myself, that promise is what kept me fucking moving. And that's Odin mode. That's anchoring yourself to something bigger than your own comfort. Because here's the truth. Money fades, motivation fades, hype fades, but that promise, that's eternal. That's blood. That's what will make you unrecognizable in 90 days, in a year, in 5 years. And when you stand in front of your family one day and they look at you with tears in their eyes and say, "We are proud of you," that will be worth more than all of the cars and watches combined. So stop making empty promises to yourself. Make a blood promise to the people you love, and don't you dare fucking quit until it's fulfilled. You want to know the most powerful weapon in the world? It's not money, it's not looks, it's not status, it's belief. Believe in yourself when no one else will, because let me tell you something. Nobody believed in me when I started. Nobody. When I said I would be the first millionaire in my family, people laughed. My friends laughed. My family laughed. My own brother laughed. They thought I lost my mind. And when I started posting online for the first time, and you're sitting there thinking I sound like a broken Arnold Schwarzenegger, you should have heard me back then. My accent was so much worse. People said I looked funny, I sounded stupid, my tattoos made me look like a criminal. And yeah, I believed them for a while. I sat in my basement, broke, 20K in debt, thinking maybe they're right. Maybe this is my life for the next 40 years. Maybe plumbing is all I will ever be. But something inside of me wouldn't let go. That little spark of belief, that whisper that said, fuck it, keep going. So I did. I kept posting. I kept learning. I kept grinding. I kept believing, even when there was no proof, no results, no followers, no money. And you know what happened? That belief turned into discipline. That discipline turned into habits. Those habits turned into money, and that money turned into freedom. Now, I am the first millionaire in my family. Now I've built businesses that have generated 27 million in 1 year. Now I've retired my mom, helped my brother, rebuilt my dad's life before he died. But here's the part nobody talks about. If I had waited for other people to believe in me, none of this would even exist. And it's not just me. Go look at every single successful person you admire. Elon Musk, people called him insane. Arnold Schwarzenegger, for that matter. People said he would never make it out of Austria. Thor himself, stripped of his hammer, banished from Asgard. Nobody believed he would ever hold Mjolnir again. But belief is what gets you up when you are on your knees. Belief is what makes you show up again and again when the world laughs at you. Belief is what makes you walk into the fire knowing you might get burned. And that's why this is the final rule, because all the discipline, all the workouts, all the money, all the skills, they don't mean shit if you don't believe you can do it. So hear me now. You can't wait for other people to believe in you. You can't wait for your friends, your family, or society to clap for you. You got to be the one who holds the line. You got to be the one who says, fuck it, I'm going anyway. Because if you don't believe in yourself, why the hell should anyone else? So listen, if you actually follow what I just laid out here, your own version of Odin mode, you won't even recognize yourself in 90 days. Your family won't, your friends won't, the people you grew up with won't. There's going to be a spark in your eyes, a fire in your voice, and people won't even know why they're drawn to you. They just feel it. And most importantly, you will start taking you seriously. That's the turning point. Because every single thing I told you in this video right here, I lived it, I bled for it, I suffered for it, and it worked too well. The goals I once thought was a ceiling became my floor. I became a man I never thought I could be, not because I was chosen, not because I was special, but because, just like Thor stripped of his hammer, I chose to earn my power back. I chose Odin mode. So here's what I want you to do next. Don't just watch this and feel inspired. Take a pen, take a piece of paper, write down exactly how you are going to attack this. What habits are you going to commit to? What promise are you going to make to someone you love? What physical event are you going to tie yourself to so there is no escape? Write it down. Set a start date. Set a finish date. This isn't entertainment. This is war. It's going to take everything you got, every ounce of strength, every drop of willpower. And once you start, don't look back. Don't break. Don't hesitate. And when you're done that, the first thing I want you to do after this video is click the link in the description. I put together a full video here on YouTube on how to lock in your focus, start earning online, and stack the money you will need to fuel your mission. Because let's be honest, if you already knew how to make money, you will have done it, right? So go watch it, go apply it, and then for the next 90 days, go Odin mode. Because in 90 days, you won't just be different, you will be unrecognizable. And I will be watching, rooting for you to pick up your hammer and finally earn the life you were meant to live, whatever it takes.